Hey everyone, welcome back to another Monday Motivation. Hope your week has started really well. We're ditching the whiteboard for today's session. I want to show you an email template that I've been working on for a number of years that is really effective when it comes to actually communicating your value, meaning the body email that you write when you're attaching a proposal or you're sending a proposal to your client. Because hey, let's face it, so many of these emails that we write when we actually go to present our offer isn't really doing a good job of communicating value, isn't really doing a good job of letting ourselves stand out from everyone else. And often they sound something like this: hey, Mr. Customer, great to chat with you, quote attached. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or queries. We want to get rid of that. We can do a whole lot better. So we're going to dive into the computer and I'm going to walk you through the template right now. All right, we are here. What is up? So we've got the Hey Darcy, we've got the kind regards Steve Clayton. What we're going to do today is we're going to fill in the middle. And really this is the way that we've found to lay out the body of your email for it to, 1, communicate your value proposition. 2, avoid those ghosting traps that you can get stuck with, particularly when it comes to sending a proposal. And 3, getting yourself set up so you've always got a next step primed and ready to go. So here it is. We got the Hey Darcy bit. Paragraph number 1 is the most important part. Why? Please know that a good chunk of the open rates, I think it's like 78%, is opened on a mobile device, meaning the first paragraph is your prime real estate. This is the front page of the newspaper. This is such a critical piece of information because as they're scrolling through their phone, of course, what do they see? They see your email, the subject line, and then obviously the first few words, the first few paragraphs. And of course, what do? Most salespeople in this case, we don't use this first paragraph as gold. We don't put personalization in here. We don't show them that we've written this for them specifically. We don't reiterate what the gap is that we're closing on, the cognitive dissonance if you've been around our world for a while now, which essentially means the gap that you're closing, where they are to where they want to be. No, instead we use general non-personalized jargon like, hey, Mr. Customer, great to chat with you the other day, quote attached. Please don't hesitate to contact me. So here's what we want to replace it with. The opening paragraph, number 1, please ensure that it is personalized and written for them every single time, okay? And the first line will be reiterating the gap. Great to chat with you and explore problem, okay? So whatever their current state problem is, and how we may deliver outcome for you, okay? So straight off the bat, they're like, wow, okay, this person understands my situation, they understand the gap, and most importantly, it reiterates why they're even interested in buying in the first place. Line number 1. Line number 2, based on our conversation, this is a good linking language pattern, kind of summarizes everything that you might have discussed in your discovery call, certain that XYZ will help you too. Now, please put the XYZ to be your product, your solution, the name of your program, whatever is, again, specific to you. So for us, it could be, hey, based on our conversation, certain that the 6-week Fast Start program will help you too, bang. And this is where you want to hit a core value driver. Now, in my opinion, there's 5 core value drivers. Each buyer is different. They're going to be driven by one thing more than others. Again, make this opening statement personalized, make it hit that core value driver for them. So it could be making money, mitigating risk, saving time, building their own personalized identity, or getting them further together. Now, don't just put the words make money, mitigate risk, save time, build identity, get further together. Again, make this personalized. So for us, let's say we pick the certain that the 6-week Fast Start program will help you to make money. Well, instead of saying the words make money, we want to replay what we found in the discovery call. So it could be, let's say hypothetically, the client's closing rate was less than 20% and they wanted to get it back up into the mid 30s to 40s. You know, that's what we would put in there to actually show them the deliverables, but again, aligned to their core value driver. So that's it. Paragraph 1. I think you'll see right from the beginning, completely different to the general, boring, quote attached. Okay, this is hyper personalized. This is specifically for them. Line number 2, enter. This is a little bit different and it's a little bit an unusual approach, but we found it to be very effective because as we know, when we say the words quote to our buyers, the most common response we'll get psychologically is money. Okay, so when you say quote attached, what you're really kind of programming them to think about is go look for the money. So what do? They double click on the attachment, they scroll down, they find the price, and then at this point they're going, that's not really where I want it to be, or that's not too bad. And at that point they get an emotional response, and of course, because we've told them to please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or queries. The word don't is a double negative. It doesn't get processed by the brain. Therefore, when I say, whatever you do, try your absolute hardest, don't think of a camel. We kind of think of a camel. We can't help it. So when we say, please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or queries, what we're really saying is, please hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or queries. And we've programmed them by using the word quote to find the price. So of course, they look, good price, not so good price. Oh, I've got some questions. Better hesitate, XXX, and they're back into the inbox. That quick story is to tell you that this line here mitigates that by saying, hey, I've put together a detailed proposal for you, meaning I'd love for you to actually read what I've written here, because good tip with proposals is make them personalized, make them specific, write them for them with a total investment of bang. Here's your total number. Now, the reason we do this is we already know that they're going to be looking for the price when they double click on the attachment. Why be afraid of it? Okay. Instead, I'd rather give them the number and then kind of say to them, I've actually spelt it all out in a detailed proposal for you. Actually take the time to read through it. Okay. So that's why we do that line. But wait, there's more. What we then do is the final bit, which is using bullet points or ticks, whatever it may be, because bullet points are a really, really strong way to guide your reader down the page. Please know that your buyers are busy. They're going to be scanning through the pages anyway. So lay it out for them in that way. Run it vertically for them. But most importantly, this gives you an opportunity to add 3 or 4 USPs, inclusions, points of difference. Okay. And so that's what we put here, which includes first USP offer inclusion, second, third, and fourth. Okay. And so you itemize it out. Now, the backstory to this is, some of you may know, before I started the consulting businesses and a bunch of other businesses 6-7 years ago, I was actually working for Volkswagen. And when you're buying a Volkswagen, at the time I was heavily focusing on Volkswagen Amarok's because I wanted to get my free trip to Europe by performing as a #1 sales consultant. And that was an area I could see growing where I lived, Amarok's, dual cab utes. But if you read in the fine print, right in the back of the brochures, all Amarok's or most Volkswagen vehicles come with a 3-year paint warranty, and most importantly back then a 12-year rust and corrosion warranty, because the body was hot dipped, galvanized. And so I'd put them in there as the dot points of saying, hey, I've put together a proposal for you for your Highline Amarok with the total investment of bang, which includes yada, 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 3-year paint warranty, 12-year rust and corrosion warranty. Now, the interesting part about that is I'd actually won numerous deals on the basis of me educating the buyer that they're getting that as a part of their vehicle, where the other dealerships I was competing with didn't. And so that's the power of really spelling out your inclusions, really spelling out your offer, or really spelling out what is your USPs here. So put them in the dot points. And again, make them personalized for them. The more specifics, the better. And then the final bit is your sign off. And again, here's where most people say, please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or queries. What we want to replace it with is the 8-figure close, okay? And this is a close we've been using for a long time. It's very powerful, very simple, and you'll be able to apply it whether it's on emails, phone calls, face-to-face visits immediately. It goes something like this. It's a very simple process to get started. All I need from you is, okay, and the first blank you're going to fill in here is logical, simple steps they need to take to get the ball rolling, okay? So it could be, all I need from you is confirmation, option A, option B, delivery times, dates in calendar, all I need is signature, all I need is the 20% deposit, all I need is a letter of intent, all I need is the PO, whatever it may be. You just need the simplest bit you need to get started. Again, make it personalized and specific, and then we can future pace. And the future pace here is what you're going to do after that. So then we can book that into production for you. Then we can make sure it gets delivered to site next Thursday. Then we can get the ball rolling on our prep work together, whatever it may be. And it's a really simple close, but it's super powerful because you're saying, all I really need from you is this, and then I'm going to do that. And it's a great way to just lead the close. And most importantly, you want to finish with, how does that sound? Question mark. Okay. If I'm in a sales cycle, I always encourage myself and everyone that we're training this in to always finish with a question mark as the last thing you hit on your keyboard before you hit send. What this means is you've always left the next conversation open. Okay. And so hence we say it's a very simple process to get started. All I need from you is, and then we can, how does that sound? sign off. And that, my friends, is how we like to lay out the body email. I think you'll see here paragraph 1 is about personalization and getting the overall sale across the line, I suppose, as far as conversation. Here's the gap we're closing, here's the solution, and here's what the key outcome is going to be. This next section is about, I've put together a detailed proposal, but hey, here's the price up front. You don't need to go looking for that. I'm happy for you to have it, which most importantly includes USP, offer, inclusion, ... And then we finish off with the close, which is, it's a very simple process to get started. All I need from you is blank, and then we can blank. How does that sound? And that's your sign off. That's what's going to replace. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or queries. So there it is, a bit of a longer one. Thanks for sticking with me. Go ahead and grab that. You'll see the link to this down below that you can download, but you'll also notice this is actually part of a previous masterclass that we've trained with myself and Darcy, which is called Writing Copy That Sells. So if you've got value out of this, we've actually got a 90-minute recording that we're more than happy to share. So there it is. Thanks again for watching.